Hello again. Tonight I thought I would make a video and talk to you about some recent anime recommendations that I have. Um, I think the last episode of Solo Leveling Season 2 dropped tonight, and I ended up watching a bunch of episodes of it and kind of getting caught up with it. And so I thought I wanted to kind of talk about that tonight, and maybe a couple other anime that I've watched recently. Aside from mostly playing video games, I also do like to read manga and also watch anime from time to time. And um, again, tonight I finished the finale of season 2 for Solo Leveling, and it's interesting because I kind of got into the series late, just in the past month or so. Season 1's already been out, and I guess it's pretty popular from what I can tell. Um, some people I work with kind of had recommended it and were talking about how good the second season was. So I was like, all right, let me try it. I watched the first episode a couple of months ago from season 1, and I was like, yeah, it's all right. And then I wasn't that interested, so I just moved on to other stuff. And then I kept hearing more hype about the new season stuff. I was like, all right, I don't know, let me give it another shot. So I went back and watched the first episode again. I was like, all right, it's good. So I continued on through the first season. First season kind of ended odd, but then I was like, all right, let me watch this new season. And the second season I was really enjoying of Solo Leveling, and um, I've been watching the dubbed version of it, and the dub is always, I guess, like two weeks behind, like the subtitled version of it on Crunchyroll. And I watched episode 11 tonight, which was dubbed, and I saw that the last two episodes were available subtitled, and I was like, all right, come on now, I gotta see how this ends. Like, I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks to find out, to wait for the dub. The English dub of it is very good. I like the main character's voice for it. Um, he's just got a great voice actor. I don't know who it is. I have to look that up. But so I went ahead and watched the last two episodes subtitled, just to kind of see how the series ended. And it's good. I would recommend it. Um, Solo Leveling is not like a life-changing anime. Some anime I've watched are very life-changing, but Solo Leveling is kind of corny. It's kind of like junk TV anime, but it's really good junk TV anime. You know what I mean? It's the main character is like overpowered very quickly, and um, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I was trying to think earlier before I started recording. Like, what is the real appeal? Like, why is this anime good? Um, uh, the main character is very likable. He's just, he starts off as like an E rank hunter, and in the first couple episodes, he is just getting the crap kicked out of him. But he gains this mysterious power, and very quickly he starts leveling up, and he becomes like the strongest, like S rank hunter in the country. And um, yeah, I would just recommend it. The characters, it's not like life changing, but it's like very likable, and it's fun, and there is like pretty good action and drama, and sometimes in like some of these like very dramatic like monster fantasy stuff, you know, I'll watch some of them and I'm just like, this one's not catching me. But like this one, it just builds good drama. It's got good music, it's got good fighting sequences, and the characters are likable. Great voice acting, and so I don't know, it just kind of all comes together where it's just like I said, like I finished episode 11, and I saw the next two were available subtitled, and it was so good. I was like, I gotta see how this ends. Um, so yeah, um, It's a very, I think it's popular. So if if you haven't started watching it, it is worth the watch. Solo Leveling. I guess I was going to also talk just about maybe two other anime I've watched recently. Before Solo Leveling, the last anime I watched was Dead Dead Demons, Dead 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 Destruction. I know, goofy ass name. Um, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one more, even more than Solo Leveling, because I felt like Dead Dead Demons is a much more interesting concept. It is. It starts. It's by uh, Inio Asano, and in the past year, I've discovered him as a manga author. I read Goodnight Pun Pun, which that's a whole other video talk. But um, I read Goodnight Pun Pun, and I was just completely infatuated with that series and the story. And I was like, "Who is this author? What else has he written? I have to like read it all, right?" And um, since then, I read Girl on the Shore, which was one of his earlier works, I think. It's just like a one shot, interesting. A lot to say about that. I'm not going to go into that tonight, but um, Dead Dead Demons. So I found out. I found out this was as I after I read Pun Pun, I was like, what else has he done? And I found out that Dead Dead Demons is one of his more recent projects, and I found out that it actually has an anime, and so I was like, okay, well, I want to read it because I love his artwork, but if the anime is available right now, I have to watch this anime. So I watched it over just a couple of weeks, and very good. Boy, man, this guy's writing is crazy. Um, it's so interesting. Um, Dead Dead Demons, and it is about, boy, there's so many aspects of it that I liked. First of all, he can just write characters. He can write like two characters because the main two characters are just these two girls in graduating high school going into college that are like best friends. That's kind of what the core of the thing is about. And it could literally just be about that, and I'm here for it. He's just so good at writing characters. These characters are just so endearing and out there, and they're his drawing of them is just so cute and likable, and they're just Oka, or boy, I'm not gonna remember the names. I'm not gonna try, but the two characters are so adorable, and the whole crux of the story is that an alien spaceship comes to Earth and is hovering over Japan, and it's so interesting because the story is even with that impending possible doom of like an alien invasion, the crux of the story is just these two girls just living their life and playing video games, and the one girl is trying to date her teacher, and it's just so funny how it's just an interesting look at humanity. Like if an alien invasion happened, like how would you deal with it? And it's so funny how with a giant foreign alien spaceship hovering over the city, many people just live their life day to day trying to just not even think about that. And that's funny. I mean, it's so relevant to the time we're in. Um, I don't want to get into like politics and stuff, right? But you know, it's just so funny how there's this crazy destruction of democracy and all this like crazy overarching stuff in our world today, and yet, you know, people may choose to play video games like I do. Like I kind of related to the pigtailed girl where I'm just like, I can't deal with it. I just want to play my video games and just chill. And um, it gets into like crazy sci-fi, and the aliens are interesting, and it's boy, you know, it 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 just explores so many different sci-fi and humanistic elements, but it just feels so real. Like he's just Inio Asana is just real tuned into like real human emotions and stuff like that in a way that's like spooky. And uh, man, I like after I watched the anime, I have all of the manga. Haven't started it yet because I'm trying to finish up some other stuff, but I will definitely read. I'm going to read everything that guy's written because I find him so fascinating. He's so tuned into something that I'm part of. Um, so I would definitely recommend Dead Dead Demons, Dead 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 Destruction. It's fantastic. And the last anime that I've watched recently that I thought I would talk to is Paprika, which I saw in the theater, which was fantastic. Um, Satoshi Kon is the author of Paprika, and he is, I don't think he's with us anymore. He made like a couple of very influential and famous anime, and he passed away, I guess, fairly young. Um, and it's interesting because I remember when like Perfect Blue came out. I really wanted to see. To this day, I've not seen Perfect Blue or any of his other works. Paprika was the first one I saw, and after watching it, I was like, I've got to see this guy's other works because I've heard like Perfect Blue is like an all-time, must watch, like with Ghost in the Shell and Akira and all that stuff. So after watching Paprika, especially in the theater, if you have a chance to see Paprika in the theater, you have to. It is a very old school animated visual 90s. I don't know when it was made, but it's got that like high quality animation feel to it. And the music was the main theme of Paprika is like, oh my god, it's goosebumps. Um, and it deals with like Paprika is so good because it just sometimes anime touches on subject matter that no other genre really can get to. And that's why I love anime. That's why I did when I like when I discovered it as a teenager. I was like, there's something special about this medium. And it's weird because it's wide ranging. Some stuff is trash. Sometimes I like the trash stuff, but some of it is like life changing. And like Paprika is kind of life changing. I remember when I watched it in the theater and I walked out and I was just like, what? What did I just watch? It was wild. The scene where that she dives into the dream and she's like falling through the sky and that music starts playing. Oh my god, I don't even know. It's just that feeling, like man, what a just feeling of like magic and intrigue and like questioning the future and dreams and technology. Oh man, there's just so much to that movie. It's really fantastic. Um, Again, I've that's the only film by Satoshi Kon that I've watched so far. I read one of his manga. I was not nearly as impressed with his manga as this anime, and so I want to watch Perfect Blue. He's got, I think he's got like four main films, and I guess there's a series on Crunchyroll. I have it like favorited, so I haven't started it yet. It sounds kind of violent, depressing, but I still want to watch it. So I don't know. Again, Inio Asana, Satoshi Kon, these two people, I need to just kind of see all of their stuff because those, you know, Pun Pun, Demons, and Paprika have had such an impact on me. Um, oh boy, just so good. So again, all three of these that I'm talking about tonight, Solo Leveling is like elite junk TV. It's just fun. Dead to Demons is very interesting. It goes into many humanistic and alien and just many different areas of sci-fi. And Parasite is a life changer. Just like you got to watch it on the big screen, take it all in, and I'm still trying to figure it all out and think about it. You know, like what does it all mean? Um, so yeah, like I said, I mostly want to talk about video games, but every once in a while, like there's a lot of anime and manga that I experience that it just leaves an impact on me. So I feel like I just want to like blab about it, which is what I did tonight. So if you're here, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.